this morning, I want to caption this one, if I would. This is kind of taking us back to the basics, and more than anything else, just a reminder of the power that we have and understanding the universal laws that are available for us to create anything that we want in life. And I don't feel like I'm really sharing anything new at all, just reminding you all, because sometimes, that little memory just gets a little foggy and we find ourselves worrying and in fear and just all the things that we need not be when it comes to money. So we're talking this morning about making the universe your money maker. So how are you guys feeling today? How would you rate your vibration? Like 1 out of 10 right now, whether it's first thing in the morning, middle of the day, good night, nighttime for you, whatever it might be, like 1 to 10, how are you guys? Where's your energy? What are you feeling? Life is great. That is the reality. And the truth is, whatever your number is, if it's less than a 10 right now, like I woke up this morning, I looked outside, I'm like, oh, I just want to crawl back in bed. And then I remembered I can choose. I can choose. I don't have to go, I feel sleepy, I feel tired, I feel this. Like I can, as soon as I become aware of that feeling, if it doesn't feel like enlightening and expansive, nothing else has to change. The sun doesn't need to come out. Nothing else has to happen. I can literally choose. You know what? I feel like a 10 out of 10 today. Let me jump out of this bed and go do this Facebook Live this morning. So I am so grateful that you all are here and that you're being honest. And just remember, those of you that are 7 or 8 or anything less than a 10, literally just close your eyes and just choose. I choose to be a 10. I'm a 10. That's it. And we can be done with this live, because really, if I could share anything really powerful with you, it's that. It's a power of choice. However, this morning I did promise to talk about making the universe your money maker. And if you're on my email list and you got the email this morning, you'll see that I shared just, if we could just imagine and believe that the universe has our back, whether you want to say universe, God, source, infinite power, whatever works for you, use it, right? I use universe and God interchangeably. Really, for me, they're the same. But the bottom line is, we were created in such a fashion that everything that we need, we are supported in receiving it, everything that we need. And the idea that we have to work hard to get things is my mission to completely eradicate that thought for all of you. Good morning, Grace from Jamaica. So before we start this conversation, you kind of really need to get to the place and choose to trust that the universe, God, source, whatever it is that you want to claim in your belief system, created you in such a way that everything that you desire can be provided for you. It can be made for you. And just imagine how different your life would be if you really believed that. If you really believed that, you know what? I can trust that the universe is totally going to make all the money I want to make for me. It's going to make it for me. There's something you need to do, and that's what we're going to talk about today. How can you make the universe make the money instead of you making the money? Because the moment you get into relying on you to do it, and the moment you get into just how am I going to create this? What do I need to do? You also invite worry, doubt, fear, anxiety. All those things are part of you trying to figure it out, right? So I always share with everyone, how is not my part? And in our coaching program, when we're guiding people through the process of becoming more empowered, one of the things I tell them all the time, the trick is figuring out what is my part and what is not my part. We're going to talk about your part today in allowing the universe to make money for you. But the part that is never, ever, ever under any circumstance yours is how it's going to come to you. That is never yours. And so what happens is, because sometimes, and this was me, so I'll raise my hands first and say, there's some times where we become so attached I'm telling you what, attachment is a bad word. It's too bad it has so many letters, or I would literally say attachment is a 4-letter word. Like, it's a bad word in manifesting. Attachment is the opposing force of easy and relaxed. If you want easy and relaxed, attachment and easy and relaxed cannot go together, right? So what happens though is that because we are so attached, let me slow down, because we're so attached to needing to know how, then we make things that exist in our life become the how. Like, we make our business become the how, we make our job become the how. We like need to answer the how question so badly that we create attachments to things in our lives and say, this is how the money needs to come to me, this is the only way. And so what we do is we do this erroneous thing of taking God, source, and the universe out of its place and putting our job and our business and saying, you job, you business, you whatever it is that you rely on for money, you are my source. You husband, you whatever, you relative, whatever, wherever your money comes from, we turn those things into our source. And then we look for the source that we've made these things into to make money for us. And so I'm going to start there. Like, yeah, that's a no-no, right? So we're going to go back to trusting and believing that remember last week we typed, I am created for abundance. When you are created for abundance, if that's true, just like you're created to live and live fully, which requires oxygen, and you don't have to do a single thing to get oxygen, everything that you need to function and stay alive is provided for you bountifully, just like money. It's provided for you bountifully. But if it was like oxygen, and you're trying to use your hands to grab as much of it as you possibly can and figure out how you're going to get more, and you're just trying with your effort to do all this, first of all, you see how ridiculous that is and how futile. And it's the same. I mean, it sounds silly probably, but I want it to be that simple that you get it. It's the same thing when you try to do that with money and you try to become the source, or you try to make things the source. That's not its place. The universe is the source, period. And what I love about understanding that the universe is the source is that then the supply is infinite. And when the supply is infinite, I just literally have to sit back and understand, what is my part? What is my part in allowing this infinite source to make money for me? Anybody interested in learning about that? How can you allow the universe to make and deliver, not just to make it, but to make and deliver the money to you? I want to share with you what it's taken me years to figure out. How to take myself out of working hard for money, how to take myself out of worrying for it. And listen, it doesn't mean that life has just been like this. You know, there's been things that's happened in the course of me understanding this, but because I know it, I don't do this. You know how when a money thing happens, you dive really deep and like it takes you months and years to get back out of it? I have my little moment and I get right back out and back up. And that's really mastery. Mastery doesn't mean that it's always like this or always like this. Life takes you down a little bit sometimes, but mastery means you don't go all the way down. You know what to do, so you get back up, stay on track, or keep going even higher, right? Okay, here we go. God of the universe who loves me is my source, and my part is to receive and appreciate this. Arlene says, I love the oxygen analogy. Thank you. The universe is the source. Yes, yes, yes. All right, great. So you guys are getting it. So then let's jump into this. I'm actually just gonna, like I said, this one this morning is a reminder. So I'm gonna read from The Science of Getting Rich. And in our group that we've been journeying for 120 days, last week, Tuesday, this was our reading for the day. And as soon as I read it, I said, I have to go talk about this next week. So it says, the first part of making this true. Just imagine how easy and relaxed your life would be if you stop worrying about money, you stop trying to make money, you stop trying to use all your effort to create it. How easy and relaxed would things be? In order to have that happen, it says, this is the process. I love this book. because it just tells you exactly what to do. This is the process right here. I'm going to tell it to you. This is the process by which you give your impression to the formless and the creative forces get set in motion. What I'm about to share with you is the process by which you do your part. And the thing that we can't understand, we don't know how it happens, we don't know how it works. We just don't. All we know is do this and you will get this result. But we don't know the in between because that part is not our part. We were never meant to know how. We wouldn't need God. We wouldn't need the universe. And quite frankly, why do you want to sit and worry about how? I couldn't care less how it happens as long as I get the result, truly. So you need to think about that. Do you really, 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 really need it to be your business? Do you really, really, really need it to be your job? Do you really need it? All this attachment to the how, to figuring out the how. Honestly, ask yourself, do I really need to know how? Would I be totally cool if I got what I desired financially and allowed God and the universe to just make it for me? It might choose to do so. God might choose to do that through your business or through your job or through the lottery or through a check in the mail. I don't know how, but I don't really care. I don't really care. Do you? Do you really care? I want you guys to think about that for a second, right? So Nikki says, stop being so nosy. So it says, this is the process. Here is the process. Form a clear mental image of what you want. I mean, it does not get any easier than that. Form a clear mental image of what you want to have, what you want to do, or what you want to become. Become very clear, not about how you're going to create the money, but how much money are you looking to create? Right now, I'm working with a very specific number for me personally in a particular area of my finances. I'm very clear about the number. Now, it goes on to say, be very clear about what you want to do. What do you want to do with the money? Who are you going to become? So one of my new affirmations is I am wealthy and wise. I'm wealthy and wise with my finances. So think about that. Who do you want to become when you have this money? That is your part, to sit there and daydream. That's it. Form a clear picture. How much money? What do you want to do with it? And you might just want to see it sitting in a bank account and it make you feel good. That's fine, but be very clear. What do you want to do with it? And who are you going to become as the person who has this amount of money? Then hold this image in your thought while being deeply grateful to the Supreme that all of these desires have already been granted. Remember, I said first, here is the process. Did you hear me say work in there? Did you hear me say figure out how? Did you hear me say anything at all that involved any major effort from you? No, I did not. I said, here's the process. Form a clear and definite mental picture of how much money you want to have. What do you want to do with it? And who are you going to become as the owner of this level of income, finances, bank balance, whatever, right? Be very clear about that. Hold that image in your thought with gratitude that it's already done. You already have it. That is your part. It does not get any easier than that. That is your part. Have a clear image. Many of us are not receiving because we're just saying things like, I want to be rich. I want more money. It requires way more specifics than that. Form a clear picture. See yourself at some future date as the person who has this bank balance, who has this as your investment account balance, who has this as the check you write to yourself every month. I tell people my income increases from my business, not because I work any harder. Let me slow down and say this. Not because I work any harder, but because I create the next level of the check I'm going to write from my business. I literally do things. I write out checks, blank checks. I take a blank check and I write out, this is how much I want to be paying myself at a future date. I see myself depositing that check in the bank account. And I don't go and go back to my business and go, okay, let's figure out, me and Diane, let's sit down and strategize and figure out all the things we need to do to create this so I can make this amount of money. Because it said, that is not my part. I'm very clear, that is not my part. My part is to create the vision, feed it by keeping it constantly on my mind, doing things that keep me aligned to it, and to be grateful. Just sit here before I am writing that amount of check and go, I am so grateful that I'm now paying myself this amount. That's it. It says, the person who wishes to get rich must spend his leisure hours in contemplating his vision and in earnest thanksgiving that the reality is given to him. The person who wishes to get rich. I love this. This is, anybody listening to this can get it. If my little 5-year-old niece or nephew walked in, they can get this. If you are the person who wants to get rich, spend your leisure hours in contemplating the vision of you as the owner of the amount of money you wish to have or to make. And be thankful that the reality is already done. It's been given to you. So I am so happy and grateful. I needed this message and reminder. Oh, Robin, I'm so grateful that this served you. I needed this message and reminder today. Like I said, I knew this was probably going to be a reminder. It's nothing that you guys don't know, but I even need this at times, right? So I know that we're all in this together, and sometimes we just need the reminder. So I want you to type something for me, because I want to make sure that, having heard this, you have a couple things in place. One, I want you to type, I have my ideal scene. I know exactly the amount of money, the next level I'm going for. Remember, I've talked about money freedom, not financial freedom, because financial freedom is elusive. It's like we put in our minds that, oh, I'm going for the day when I have $35 million in the bank. And then our little mental mind has not caught up to believing that. So we never get there. But if you're at 50,000 and your next thing you want to go for is 100,000, you have the mental capacity to make that little leap in your mind and believe it, right? So I like to go next step, then next step, then next step on my way to financial freedom. So for you guys, what is your ideal scene? What is that next level you want to ask the universe? I need you to create this amount of money for me. I'm not me going out and figuring out how, but God, universe, source, I need you to create this next. So I have my ideal scene. I know it. Tasha, I could stop right now listening to you, close my eyes, and I see it. That's what I want every one of you watching. You have to have that vision. It says you have to have a clear and definite mental picture. You have to see the exact amount in the bank account. You have to see the check written out to you, the exact amount down to the penny, if you want. You know, Brenda, who during the last challenge, her intention was, it was a whole bunch of ones. So it ended with, it was like $1,111, like a whole bunch of ones down to 11 cents. She was so clear. She even went to the cents and she manifested it, right? So be so clear for yourself. I want you here. I have my ideal scene. And second thing is gratitude. Now that you have your scene, when you close your eyes and you see it, I am so grateful. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I am so grateful for my financial abundance, as if you have it right now. How grateful would you be if you literally looked at your bank balance and that number was there? Or you were writing that check from your business, or the money just showed up from wherever, it doesn't matter. How grateful would you be? You have the ability to feel that gratitude today. That's what's beautiful about this. If you want to get rich, if you want to be wealthy, bottom line, if you want to manifest the money you desire, instructions, I just gave it to you. Literally, create a clear vision. Constantly feed your thoughts with that vision and give thanks for it. That's it. When you do that, you don't have to work for money. It might sound strange to you if you've never heard that. I'm going to tell you what you need to do in terms of action, but it's not working hard. It's not figuring it out. It's not laying awake at night. Don't ever make yourself lose sleep because you're worrying and trying to wonder and figure out how to make money. Not when I just told you the 3 things to do. If you're going to stay awake, Stay awake and visualize yourself receiving the money. That'll be a good use of your staying awake time. But never again do you need to worry about how you are going to make money. I really hope this this really supports you. So yeah, type I am grateful for my financial abundance. I am grateful for my financial abundance. I want all of you getting that. I have my ideal scene, and I get it, Tasha. I have my ideal scene. And number two, I'm grateful right now for my financial abundance. And then here's the thing that really separates the warriors, the workers, the efforted people, the hustle and grind people, and us, the money family, right? We roll totally different. We're all about easy and relaxed, right? We are all about easy and relaxed. And for us, what we do is I take action. I take action. I get up every day. I come in my office. I do things, I take action in my business. But I understand that the universe creates the money. I, Tasha, take action. I come up here. I do my things in my business. I write my emails. I go on Facebook. I do this live. I do all the things. I take all the action. But it's not me, Tasha, creating the money. When you understand that, let me tell you, you take the pressure off your business. You take the pressure off of needing to figure out and know how and understand. And you literally just do what you need to do. You just stay inspired. You take the action, knowing it's not the action that you're taking that is a direct correlation to how the money comes. It could be, it could not be. And if you're going to be attached that me taking this action and doing all this hustle and grinding is going to be the way to create money, you're always going to be in that loop. You're always going to be, you want more money, you work harder. You get there and then you want more money, you have to work harder. And that is a vicious cycle that I want no part of. None. So what I know is my part. I just told you the first 3 steps to my part. The second piece of that, like part 2, I have to take action. I know that. But I don't sit here and go, well, let me work for 10 hours today because I want to make an extra $10,000 this month. That's not how it works. I know I have to take action, and that is the formula. My action, my taking action, doing stuff that I love to do, and then I allow the universe to create the money and bring it to me through the actions I'm taking. But I'm not taking action to create money. I'm just going to slow down so you get that because it's a lot. When you understand, watch this video, watch this part right here over and over and over again. If you want to stop working hard, you need to own that. You take the action, the universe creates the money. That's the universe's job. The universe's job is to supply your demand for money. That is the universe's job. Your job is the 3 steps I told you and to take action, just doing stuff you love and being happy. That's really it. The universe supplies your demand. I hope that makes sense. I hope you guys got that. Here's the thing. When you own that, man, I'm telling you what, life is good. And I can talk forever. And I just looked at the time. So it's time to go. But I want to say a couple things. Join me this Thursday on Clubhouse, Thursday morning at 9 a.m. Eastern. Those of you that are on my email list, I've given you, look at today's email. There's a link in there to join our club. We are going to be talking about money mind mapping on Thursday. So the thing about Clubhouse is we're on Facebook. I just get to talk to you guys like this. On Clubhouse, we get to have a conversation. You can jump on stage. We can ask each other questions. We can share. It's really amazing and I love it. And I'm going to do this fun little thing on Thursday, money mind mapping. This is a game changer. I'm going to just have you play and just write out things with money that's going to blow your mind. I'm going to make you see how much money is available in your life that you don't even think of. So come join me Monday morning. If you don't have the app, the thing is you need to have an iPhone. So if you have an iPhone, you want to download the Clubhouse app, and then you want to search for Science of Getting Rich Club. You probably are going to need someone to give you an invitation. So if you know anybody on Clubhouse already, ask them to give you an invite so you can get in and join the Science of Getting Rich Club once you're in. So that's Thursday morning, 9 a.m. Eastern. Next Monday and Thursday, I have a treat for you guys. It's Ask Tasha. So I want you guys, if you're listening, I want you guys to know that 3 of our elite clients, it's so hard for me to say clients, 3 of our elite family members, these ladies have gone all the way to the top in working with us. They're at the top of their Science of Getting Rich game. And I have invited them to come ask me any questions that they want to have about manifesting, about my life, about whatever they choose to ask. And so I'm like, that's it. I'm going to be an open book. I have no idea what they're going to ask. But I thought maybe some of you watching would like to give them some ideas. So if you want to start typing some questions in the comments to this video, like, Tasha, this is what I would love to know from you. Maybe you can give them some questions that they can choose from too in the comments so they know what to ask. I mean, I'm sure they have a ton of questions for me, but it'd be really nice for them to ask some of your questions. So if you have any questions that you've ever wanted to ask me, now is your chance. Go ahead and type it in the comments. And I think that's it. Type the word reminder so that, let me put this up here. Type the word reminder. So next Monday morning at 8 a.m., right before I go live, you'll get a link in Facebook Messenger to come right to the video so you don't have to search for it. So go ahead and type the word reminder. It's going to give you a little message in Messenger from me. Click the link and that will set you up to be reminded next Monday morning. All right, so I'll see you guys Thursday morning, 9 a.m. Eastern on Clubhouse. And then next Monday morning for Ask Tasha, ask me to reveal my manifesting secrets. Anything you want to know. I'm an open book. This is going to be fun. I'm excited. All right, everyone, go have a great rest of the week. And remember, this is not the week you work hard for money. This is the week you get clear on your vision. You think about it all the time. You express gratitude for it as if it's already done, and you just go about your business taking action, allowing the universe to supply your demand for money. Make the universe make you money. That's the easy and relaxed way. All right. Mwah. I love you guys. Have a great Monday. Bye-bye.